Most Americans spend their whole lives trapped in the 99% working 40 hours a week, clipping coupons and saving a few bucks here, and they're yet still feeling like they're running in place. But let me ask you this. What if a few small moves, starting today, could put you on the fast track to building wealth way faster than everyone else around you? Sounds too good to be true. You're probably thinking, this guy's selling some scam. Nope. I'm not talking about magic money or get-rich-quick tricks. I'm talking about using proven systems, putting your dollars in the right spot so that your money compounds faster than your neighbors. And once you see how this works, you'll never look at your paycheck the same way again. There are really just 3 levers that decide whether you retire wealthy or broke. I call it TRM. T is for time, how many years your money has to compound. R is for return, the rate your money doubles. And M is for money, how much you actually put in. The more money you invest, the more wealth you can build. The faster your returns, the wealthier you get. The more time compounding works in your favor, the bigger your pile grows. Now, we can hop in a time machine and go back 20 years to start earlier. And money, we already know the basics. Spend less, earn more, and you'll have more to invest. So let us focus on the real lever most people ignore. How to get better returns without gambling away everything you own. Let's put this into numbers. Say you invest $1,000 every month for the next 30 years. If you let that cash sit in a savings account at 1% interest. Now, if you just keep it simple and invest in the overall stock market, no fancy stock picking, just the average year, looking at about $2.1 million. And here's the kicker. If you manage to get just a little bit better, say 13% per year, that's not crazy numbers, not 200% crypto gains, just 13% should retire with almost $3.9 million. So let's put names on this. Level 1 returns, basically nothing. You're not investing. Level 2 returns, below average. Emotional decisions eat away at your gains. Level 3 returns, market average, solid. Level 4 returns, slightly better than average, because you put in some work to find opportunities. You might be thinking, cool story, but how do I actually get those returns? First, if you hate the idea of spending hours researching stocks, that's fine. You don't have to. You can still crush it by simply owning the entire US economy. I'm not joking. There are funds out there that let you do exactly that. They're called ETFs, exchange-traded funds. For example, VTI lets you own a slice of over 2,000 American companies. SPY, or VOO, gives you a piece of the top 500 companies in the US. The S&P 500, when you buy just one share of VTI or SPY, you instantly own hundreds or even thousands of businesses without having to pick winners yourself. And here's the beauty. If one company crashes, it gets kicked out of the index and replaced. No effort on your part. McDonald's tanks. They're out. Another rising company takes their place. And the strategy here is super simple. Primera K. LL. Eta B. Always be buying. Markets are up. Buy. Markets are down. Buy. Rainy day. Buy. Sunny day. Buy. Don't overthink it. Just keep funneling money into your fund on autopilot, weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. The mistake most people make is they stop. They hear the dollar is collapsing, or the economy is doomed, and they freeze. But history has shown, over more than 100 years, that sticking with it wins. Now, what if you want to push past average, not gambling your life savings, but just stepping up one level? This is where market shifts come in. Wealthy investors spot where money is moving before everyone else. For example, in 2020, Americans went wild buying pets. That shifted billions into pet food, vet care, and pet tech. Investors who spotted that trend early made a killing. Right now, a lot of dollars are pouring into AI companies. Before that, it was social media. Before that, and if you don't want to research individual stocks, there are ETFs that focus on these sectors. For instance, the Nasdaq Q100, also known as QQQ, is packed with America's biggest tech giants. Since it launched, it's averaged about 14% annually higher than the S&P 500. Ese 10%. But remember, higher returns mean higher volatility. When the dot-com bubble burst in 2000, the Nasdaq dropped almost 78%, while the S&P fell around 50%. In 2008, Nasdaq dropped harder again. Same thing in 2020. If you can stomach the roller coaster, you can come out way ahead. If you panic, you lose. So, how do you actually start building wealth over the next 3 months? Let me give you my 5-step blueprint. Step 1. Lay your foundation. If you've got credit card debt at 20% interest, forget investing. Pay that off first. Get at least $2,000 saved for emergencies. Step 2. Systemize your money. Wealthy people don't wing it. Use the 75/15 10 rule. For every dollar you earn, 75 cents is the most you spend. 15 cents minimum gets invested, and 10 cents minimum goes to savings. Set up 3 bank accounts and automate the transfers. Step 3. Define your goals. Are you investing for growth, long-term wealth, or income cash flow right now? Or both? Personally, I love income dividends from stocks. Rent from real estate. That's money hitting my account every month or a quarter, whether I'm working or not. Step 4. Fuel the system. Got expenses where you can, but, more importantly, find ways to earn more. Side hustle, career growth, and new business. Remember, you can only cut so much, but your earning potential is unlimited. Step 5. Invest in yourself. Read books, take courses, watch YouTube videos like this one. The better you get at spotting opportunities, the better your returns. So here's the real truth. Most people will never do this. They'll stay in that 99%, blaming the government, blaming Wall Street, blaming luck. But you now have the map. Whether you stick to market-to-verg returns or go one level higher. If you follow these steps, if you always be buying and build smart, System Sue, LLB, ahead of almost everyone around you. And the crazy part, you don't need millions to start. You just need consistency. So let me leave you with this. 10 years from now, will you look back and thank yourself for starting today? Or regret staying stuck? If you found value in this, smash that like button. Share it with a friend who needs a money wake-up call. And don't forget to hit subscribe for more strategies that can change your financial life. And tell me in the comments, are you an income-first investor, or do you prefer growth at all costs? I'd love to hear your take. Until next time, always be buying.